Hi, I'm Dorothy Godin, broker with Remax Crown Realty, and welcome to Thursday Thoughts. I've been working with a lot of young people who desperately want to get into the real estate market, and part of me, steps back, and I want them to step back too to see, is this really the right time? And a few things that you should think about that should tell you that maybe it's not the right time. I mean, it's always good. It's always a good time to plan and to talk to a mortgage specialist and your realtor and make a plan that maybe it's not this year, but maybe it's next year. But I really want you to look at the aspects of your life and where your lifestyle is, and just to really sit back and write down, these are the issues I have. Is it really the right time for me to buy a house? You definitely need a stable income. If you do not have a stable income and a stable job, you're not going to get a mortgage, and you shouldn't even be looking at houses. Get your income stable before you start looking at houses. If you're carrying a large amount of debt, you need to sacrifice a little bit and get that debt down so that when you do buy a house, it's not going to be as risky a venture. When you are a homeowner, there are expenses that come up that are kind of unexpected. And if you're carrying a large amount of debt, it's going to be really hard for you to take any other kind of money while you're servicing that debt to fix things that need to be fixed in your house. Do not buy into everyone telling you that you need to buy, that that's how you create wealth. And, everybody has that dream of home ownership, and I think it's a great dream, but it by no means, is essential to be an adult. For some reason, we have this picture in our mind that to be an adult means to be a homeowner. And I think that's great, but you want to be a homeowner when you are ready to be a homeowner. Which brings me to time and money. If you don't have the time and the money and the energy to be a homeowner, then perhaps it's not the right time, because it is time consuming to be a homeowner. There's maintenance, there's lawn, there's snow, there's things that have to be done. It's not like renting where something goes wrong. You just call the landlord and it's fixed. You have to fix everything. So if you don't have the time and energy to do that, then you really don't want to get into home ownership. If you believe that you're not going to be here for the next 5 years, I believe that you should not buy. If your job may take you out of this city and this province in the next couple of years, it's very, very expensive to buy and sell real estate. And so if you're only going to be here for 2 years or 3 years, I'm not sure what the market's going to look like, and you may lose some money. So I think that unless you know you're going to be here for 5 years, you probably should not be purchasing. And then lastly, I know that a lot of people will look at their, they'll look at their monthly income, their monthly rent payment, and they'll say, well, I'm paying $2,000 in rent. I can afford a mortgage that the payment is $2,000. And with 5% down, you're probably looking at a house around $300,000. So the problem is, yes, you can afford that mortgage payment because that's what you're paying in rent, but can you afford the other things that come with home ownership? There's taxes, insurance, utilities, maintenance, and then, God forbid, any kind of emergency repairs that have to be done. So it's more than just the mortgage payment. So think about all these things and think about, is this really the right time? You want your house to be a blessing, and it's not going to be a blessing if you're going into it with all these other issues not resolved. So as always, I do always think that you should be talking to your mortgage specialist, even if this is not the time for you and you're looking a year down the road or 2 years down the road. Speak to a mortgage specialist and even to your realtor to get a feel for what's happening in the market. As always, you can reach me at Dorothy Godin at remax.net or 705-561-2360. Have a great week and enjoy the summer weather.